Busy. Hi, how is everybody on this beautiful spring equinox that is a little bit wonky? Well, everything's always wonky. I don't think that's ever going to end, honestly, but wow, this if you think about the last 5 days, I'm just going to say, let's say hi to Diana before I start just jabbering. We were built up from, we're at the end of the zodiac year. It's a build up. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 degrees. This is spirit. This is your intuition. This is illusion, delusion, psychic abilities, getting downloads, receiving higher consciousness information. Oh my goodness. Everybody's so nice. Hi, Terry's here. Willow Love, Bora Bora. Yeah, Zoe, how are you doing?
Hey, Zoe.
It's so good to see everybody. Thank you, because I feel your energy. I feel when you come in, and it's just beautiful. Hi, Rossi. And I think I've got everybody. Cool. Okay.
Willow Love.
So we go back.
Hey, Randy called us the dynamic duo.
We're the dynamic something. We're not quite sure. I'm going to explain it right now.
So, we're two of the three tines of Neptune's fork.
So Neptune, right? Neptune is the it's spirit, really. It is. It's spirit. It is massive. It's you see how I'm having a hard time getting words out? It's so these last 5 days have put us in this like floaty space where you are just in, especially if you're connected to your heart and you're connected to spirit. Hi, Melinda Crocker. This is really infusing us with high vibrational information. Like, it's not time to jump, because the thing is, we're still at 29 degrees Neptune. That does not change until 11:06 tonight on East Coast.
Pisces.
So, yeah, so we go from Pisces into Aries. So we're in this dreamy, floaty state. And then Aries will come in pretty much fire sign, first sign of the zodiac, first degree, 0 degrees. So we go from 29 to 0. It's a huge shift, but we're so immersed in this soup of psychic abilities. It's really, I'm curious to see tonight around 11:10 what I feel like, because I have not been able to. I've tried my best to focus. I've tried to. And Diana was just on his show. They were doing Akashic Records readings on Val's show. Val.
Dragonfly.
Thank you, Dragonfly Crystals. Like, I know this, right? So they're having a hard time. What's going on? The energy. And I'm listening to it just going, oh my goodness. And Diana says 29 degrees Pisces. And I was cracking up. I'm like, that's exactly what we're going to talk about, because this is all new energy. We are transcending realms. Those of us connected, and those of us in this a higher consciousness community have understood that something amazing is going on, right? We're shifting, we're ascending, whatever the words you want to use. So this year is going to be one of the tougher years, and Diane and I spoke about this, where the external world is going to be acting out. It's just going to get worse and worse. If you're paying attention to it and giving it your energy, it's siphoning off your connection to spirit. It's siphoning off your life force. And those of us who know to go into our heart, focus on what we love, focus on what we value. And, of course, you got to stay abreast of things, I guess, but don't let it monopolize your time and especially your energy. So, what do you think so far, Diana?
Let me join you in that. Okay, so what we had in yesterday morning, not yesterday morning, sorry. on the morning of the 18th, Monday morning, on the morning of the 18th, we had
that was yesterday.
7:22 in the morning Eastern time. So adjust for your time zone. We had Neptune Kizami the sun. They were at 27.5 degrees, sitting in that dynamic point of contact where the sun is, where Neptune is kissing the sun. Total illumination of what your dream could be, how you can materialize, manifest what it is you really want. Right? What's our big problem? Saturn's also in Pisces. And he's not really sure, you know, he's got some shifting sands going on, but he's at the other end, you know, so they're in that parallel. They're not really parallel. Well, they are. They're both in the same sign.
Well, yeah, they're bookends.
Yeah, bookends. And he's at what, 4 degrees, something like that. So.
I think he finally broke. He's at 12.
12.
Believe it or not, he's at 12. So he broke past his retrograde degree. The thing is, what Diana is saying, right? Saturn's in Neptune. I mean, Saturn's in Pisces, sorry. And he is being transformed too into a whole new Saturn. So by the time next year or two.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, what I was going to add to that, because yes, I mean, Neptune moves very, very slow. Saturn doesn't exactly move fast either, but he moves faster than Neptune by all means, right? So we have Neptune at 27.5 degrees on the 18th. And now on the 19th, he's at 27 degrees and 34 minutes. You know, I mean, he's barely moving. In fact, it will take him all the way to the middle of June. Now think about how fast Saturn, I mean, the sun itself will go, because it moves a degree a day. So it's going to take him till the middle of June to get to 29 degrees and 52 minutes. And he's not going to transit into Aries because he's going to go retrograde.
He's for the next year. He's going to, Neptune is going to be at 29 degrees. So what Diana and I are really trying to impart our wisdom to you is that this feeling you feel now, have felt for the last few days, is going to kind of just be here. Now, of course, we're going to do things and we can go forward on a lot of things, but this is, you know, this is just, spirit is just brilliant, because to keep, we know we love this feeling. We know it. It's like, you know, it's like, wow, where else would you want to be? So having that entire scenario, putting us in this, it's like a cocoon, you know? Yeah, it's going to be crazy out there, but we don't have to engage with that.
Okay, so you know what else we need to pay attention to here is, because when he goes retrograde, where we are with him right now, that 27.5 minutes degree, where he is now is only as far back as he's going to go when he's retrograde. And it takes him months to get there.
Months.
This is how Saturn is going to eventually catch up to him, and they are going to ingress together into Aries. In the early months of 2025.
2020. Okay. So this is that year. This is that year that, okay, what is it? What is it that makes your heart smile and makes you want to go for, you know, jump around and dance in life? That this is do it and don't stop doing it. The thing is, right, Mercury just conjuncted the North Node, who's in Aries, who's also conjunct Chiron. So this is clearing out any of the collective wounds, right?
Exactly. Shadow work. think of it this way. We have a whole year to concentrate on shadow work here.
More shadow work.
Right? Because that Aries egress that's coming up for Saturn and Neptune around the same time, when that happens, that's going to be total illumination. Because what is Aries? Aries is the first season, right? It is the brain. It is that illumination. So as the sun makes its daily progress, especially once this retrograde with Neptune begins, start your journaling now with what you want to see happen, what you'd like to manifest, what kind of shadow work you must get rid of in order to make that manifestation happen.
Yeah, sweet. This time next year, in the spring equinox of 2025, things are going to look really different, and but it's a lot better, because all this spirit infused. Think of it, spirit is infused into every molecule of Mother Earth and all life on her. And once people get that connection, we have had it. A lot of people are attaining it, and more are going to. Once you have that connection to your heart, where you know that you're safe and secure and loved beyond any word, any measure, you don't fear anything. Kind of like hanging here, kind of really like it. And we are the front runners. We are the ones who are going to bring in this new era, this transcendent time. That I kept hearing that word today. In fact, they had me going on a searching the seed of life symbol, and that's what I was going to use as my thumbnail. And I'm going down this rabbit hole, and it's like 5 or 6 in the morning. I've texted Diana like later, not that early. And I'm like, they're showing me seeds being planted. They're illuminated. We're all being illuminated, and it was just the coolest thing. And then we connected like mycelium, like mushrooms and the trees roots connect, just all of it. And it was just like lightning fast around the world, where we all kind of just jumped that timeline. It was beautiful, but I didn't know how to put that into words this morning, and I really don't. That's that's just one glimpse of what I've seen. You all probably get other downloads. I'm sure Diana's, but she's always getting downloads and writing them down. She's very good at drawing hers out. But so here we are, and we got this whole year to delve deeper inside of us, to connect deeper to spirit. And right, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to add, that Chiron.
Yes, that's where I
was conjunct the nodes, conjunct Mercury right now. What are these messages through this downloading period? You should be getting a ton of messages.
Oh, yeah.
And when you look at your chart, where is your North Node and where is your Chiron, and what are the direct aspects that are being created by the transiting North Node and Chiron?
Right. I mean, they affect us all. So this is like the way Diana and I do this, right? We read the collective energy. We read the energy on Mother Earth right now, because we're all signs. It affects all of us, no matter who's where, whatever. But when you put your chart on in combination to today's chart and see where there's indicators on where you need to work, what do you need to uncover, what do you need to heal. And both of us are available for readings. The information's down below, but there's many other astrologers too. It's not the reason why we're here. We love to do it, but we like to give everyone a heads up of the energy. What are we going to experience? We've just got out of 2 years, and I think, what did we say for 2 years, Diana? It's not time to jump. It's not. And I mean, it doesn't mean that you can't live your life. Have your heart set on something and do whatever that is, but right now we haven't even got into Aries. That won't happen till tonight. Aries rules the head. Aries is the one who jumps, gets an idea and just goes, jumps. Fire sign. That's what he rules, though. He rules that fast, quick movement. That can work for a lot of people. And it can't for some. This is why you really need to know your chart.
Yeah.
Well, you really need to know your heart and then your chart.
Right. Well, and one is your blueprint, so of course you'll be able to find what room you haven't located in.
Yes, yes. I mean, and it's beautiful. We have this powerful energy. I mean, we've said this the last couple months. We have not been here for 250 years. When Mercury conjunct Pluto at 0 degrees, the last time that happened, 0 degrees Aquarius, was 61 AD. We are in, what's it called? I don't even know.
In a different world.
I'm so excited about it. It is fascinating to me to watch it all unfold and see how humanity is dealing with it. Because if you notice, a lot of people are turning their back on the drama, on the same old circus. It's like, is that all you got? I mean, I know that they're going to come out with more, but it's just so redundant and it's just tiring. But hi, Erin. Erin's here. Lori Hunsinger is here. Sonia, how you doing?
So what would be the Sabian image for Neptune, Kizami, the sun, which even though they're no longer kissing, they're still within orbit of each other.
Very close.
Be considered conjunct. For me, this is like standing on Virginia Beach watching the sunrise. There's nobody else there. Even the seagulls are still out to sea. You know, not moving much either. So yeah, it's one of those kind of moments. You know, it's like in the stillness you can see the rising of Lorna Doone.
Oh man, that's so true. It is. It's something to take in, to really take it in and be with this energy. Mm-hmm. You know, when that shift happens for you, it's going to happen. Aries season starts tonight at 11, but there's a whole month of Aries to go. It doesn't mean it's going to start at 11:07 for us, you know.
Right.
So
right, we're already in that degree where, you know, we're feeling the shift.
Yeah.
We're in a critical degree. We are already under the influence of Aries, you know. Yeah. What did you do for yourself today? What kind of self-care did you give yourself today? Because the North Node in Aries is conjunct Chiron in Aries, and Mercury's right there with them. So it wasn't so much about me today, but I had no idea that not only did I schedule Grizzly to go to the vet and get dropped off for the day to have his teeth cleaned, but I also scheduled Groucho to go to her vet, which is an hour away in one direction, in the other direction. So to go get her toenails and her beak trimmed, and then an hour back and just in time to go pick up Grizzly. And, you know, I had her under the blanket during travel time. And so she had to be released. When we got home, everybody was crazy. Grizzly was so glad to be home. Gloria was so glad to see Grizzly. Groucho was like, get away from me, get away from me.
I've been tortured.
But they all got self-care today because even Gloria got an hour and a half, well, more than an hour in the woods, untethered, which was wonderful for me because we were there by ourselves. So I just got to take her off the leash. She ran and nobody was pulling me in either direction, you know.
I'm saying that would be Grizzly, huh?
Yeah.
So, and then you had the show with Val and the show with me. Did you have an earlier show?
My two Vals.
The two Vals. So she's a busy lady. And you know, she just got out of that show. So we're having this. Well, we're already savoring this energy. It really is powerful. And honestly, I was going to see, what do you feel about just doing some questions?
Oh, I'm up with that. I'm up with that.
Because I was like, I mean, we have the astrology is it's epic, and it is. It is.
Well, you know, let me just quickly run down
Go ahead.
what the energy is going to be for the next couple of days, because we're going to
Yes.
have the sun sextiling Pluto on the 21st. Now, you know, this time of the equinox is not just one day.
No.
You know, it's like a 3-day celebration. So on the 21st, we have not only the sun sextiling Pluto, which is a close support system of illumination. We also have Venus conjunct Saturn. Clearing our heart a little bit, right?
Yes.
And then on the 22nd, 2/2/2024, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was 3/2/2024. We have Mars going into Pisces.
Yeah. That's gonna chill things out.
Oh yeah, there you go with your shadow work, because Mars in Pisces wants to take action. But in Pisces, we're looking at how we want, what is the dream, how can we go about it, brings us back to shadow work. Because don't forget, not only does Mars control Aries, Mars also controls Scorpio. Deep diving.
And we'll do it, because that's what his going into Pisces is going to encourage him, to motivate him, in other words. So that's the 22nd.
Yep. And then it's like we're piggybacking, because then Venus is going to sextile Jupiter on the 23rd. Then we have the moon opposite the sun for the lunar eclipse at 3:00 in the morning Eastern time. And then on the 25th, and then on the 28th, we have Venus sextiling Uranus, more of that love what it is you want to change. And then at the end of it, on April 3rd, we're going to have Venus conjunct Neptune. So it's quite a way here, right? It's quite a way here. And then we're into the solar eclipse and the comet.
Yeah, everything. And so it's like, right, with all this action, what Diana just was letting you know, every day pretty much has an aspect. That, you know, that wasn't the case always before 2020. Once around COVID, these aspects just keep barreling through, and they're life-changing aspects. So we have all those. Did you say the third Venus conjuncts Neptune? Wow, that's going to be really, really cool. It's gonna be like the sun, but Venus rules what you love and value. What is it you love and value? And your sun is sitting there just shining as bright as it can on there, and it's going to see me too. And
And I can't remember what the date is, but I believe it's in April that Venus goes back to being a night star.
Yeah,
I could be wrong on that. I forgot, because I've forgotten the date. So
there's so much going on, and we're lucky. We're here today on the equinox. We have 2 eclipses coming up, the 25th and the 8th. On the 8th, that comet Pons Brooks is supposed to come right as we're in the eclipse. It's just, what can you say about that?
Exactly.
You have to sit back and watch what happens. It's so cool. But you know, we could do some readings on, like, what do you feel like? What would you like to know about on your next step? Because this is pretty powerful time period, you know.
Sure.
And
absolutely.
And we would love that. It's I don't know what else we got going on. There's so much to say. Hi, Candy. Hi, Linda De Gonzalez.
Hey, Linda.
Hi, Ann. What do you call her? You call her Ann or something.
Mary.
Mary, that's it. No Sarah and Ann wrong. Mary Linda.
And just in case I forgot, her name is always up on the window, right? But I still call her Mary. It's what she was in our past life together when we were in the convent.
Right. You guys have a connection. Love that. I love that. You had a past life connection. That is so cool.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think a lot of us did, though, don't you? I know. I know. I was with you before.
Was it Lori? Was it your question, Lori, who had asked about our past lives connection to Nilvani? And I almost cried.
Yeah,
and
that was.
answered the question. It was beautiful the way the message that Linda had gotten from the masters, and it was it just, we are all under his grace. We as light workers are under his grace. And
can you give us context about what that question was about?
It was about how many of us here have been in a lifetime with him,
With
or something
Nilvani.
to that effect. Lori, if you're still here, can you? I think Lori's in the chat.
Yeah, she's here.
If she answered the question, if she could kind of repost it. This I don't know for sure, but his sacrifice is akin to that of Yeshua and the tales that we hear about his lifetime, more than so many others that are in the limelight. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's someone who definitely put himself in harm's way for the benefit of the many.
The greater good. The greater good. For unconditional love.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here for.
He knew this was going to be the outcome, but he also knew he could not stop. Yahweh, Yahweh, why hast thou forsaken me? Can't help but think of some of those words, as ancient as they are.
Well, and Laura, you get a lot of really, really good messages. And everybody felt him. All of you, all of the readers, all the Akashic Records readers had this really deep feeling about him and being with him. This is the end of the age of Pisces, and we're going into the age of Aquarius, and there's really no date set time for that. But it's even more than that. We're closing down a 26,000 year cycle, a very abusive cycle. And many of us had many lifetimes together where we've tried to be in our hearts, be the love that we are, and got killed many a times for that,
It's like the polarity of a thing. The polarity of a thing is not two things. The polarity of a thing is one thing with two different ways of expression, with two different ways of looking at the coin. A coin is one thing. It has two sides. You get heads or tails, but it is only one coin. So polarity is one thing.
One aspect. Yeah. And I think this is where you're hitting a good point, because a lot of us get tripped up on that. Well, if there's duality and polarity, and let me just say this, if my internet's being wonky, I'm sorry. It seems it says low bars, but there is a higher and higher, that we go higher and higher up in dimension, up on timelines where everybody can live in peace and harmony. There is a spot. It doesn't have to be this duality, dog eat dog thing. Doesn't mean that you're not a dual or even a multi being inside.
Multifaceted. We're all diamonds.
Yes.
We are carbon.
Yes, we are. We are carbon.
We are shungite and diamond.
Oh man, it brings me back to, and we got to get back to the garden. And that's really that's my main goal for being on YouTube, for doing any of this. It is to unify those who are heart-centered and soul-centered, to excuse me, to help raise the vibration on Mother Earth, to raise the vibration for all of us to level up, to be free, actually free. What is real freedom? Now, I know that might be a little bit away, but that's the goal. For me, that's the goal. I had Randy here has a real question.
That is, yesterday, while I was driving, that was a hit I had gotten. One of my guides had said, well, what is it you value most? And I stopped. I stopped whatever it was I was thinking of. And the answer was, well, I guess it's freedom, because I don't want anyone telling me. I don't want anyone telling me that I can't take a contraceptive. Not that I need them anymore, but you know, I don't want anyone telling me being single again. It's like, whew, no, it's hard, but no, I don't want anyone telling me anything. I don't want to tell anybody else anything.
Exactly.
We need to learn how to get along together.
Exactly.
Afford each other that same kind of space, as long as do ye no harm, so mote it be.
That is the best line there is, really. It's do no harm. Do no harm to none. And we all can thrive. Mother Earth has enough resources for all of us to live very opulent lives. And when I say opulent, I don't mean surrounded by gold, but having that freedom, that moment. In every moment, you get to choose what you do at that moment. There's nobody pushing down on you, telling you how to be or what to do. And I really look forward to that day, and I know we'll all be together. See, I'm going to cry. We will. We will all be together.
I love you, Valerie.
I don't know why I'm getting choked up. I love you too. But it really means a lot to me. I'm sure it means a lot to all of us.
Yeah.
Freedoms, and I'm just so grateful to have all of you to spend time with, to share this energy with, to bring it, infuse it into Mother Earth, especially when we're being saturated. It's going to be saturated for the next year. It's so beautiful, really. Sorry. So Randy says, can you please talk more about the comet?
Okay.
Here's what I know about the comet. It's called Pons Brooks, and they're trying to AKA the devil comet because it's like a volcanic rock that keeps blowing up. But that's for fear. My guide said that's a fear tactic. It's actually the dragons coming in.
What, right. And the reason why they're doing that is because it is moving so fast, and there's so much pressure, and there's so much breaking away from time to time that it looks like it has two horns coming at the top. But think of it more as a contrail. That's all that is a contrail,
And horns are okay. Unicorns have horns, dragons have horns, right? It doesn't have to be an evil thing. They're trying to say
cows have horns.
Yeah, cows have horns.
Reindeer have horns.
And it's so I saw like legions, I don't even know the word, legions of dragons coming in. That's a 71 years cycle of that comet, and it's just going to happen to be while we're having the eclipse. It's crazy. So we'll see. Everybody's going to have cameras on it, and we're going to see what really does happen. But the length of a comet is massive, that we can see it streaking through the night, either with binoculars or a telescope. It's going to get closer and closer that we will be able to see it visibly if you're on the right side of the Earth. Other than that, I really don't know. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. with the comet. I'm excited to see if it's going to be during this eclipse. That's going to be just, it's just so much. Hi, Roxy.
So when I think of the comet, I think more of the Green Lantern.
Ah.
The comic book character, because he is green. The comet in the sky is going to be green. Mm-hmm. But you see, right here, what do we have? We have Gemini. We have the horns of Mercury. We have, you can look at this and also think of it as, well, certainly a lantern, but Pisces, right? Uranus. We can think of it in so many different ways. But what is it? The lantern knows. That was the key phrase back in the 30s when my dad was reading the Green Lantern comic books before they hit the radio. So, you know, that's who I think of. And look at how he was drawn with his hair.
And
that widow's peak.
Yeah, and this information has been woven into our history from earlier times to now. You know, the dragons really are coming in strong, but that's a strong memory for Diana. Yes, Lori, I do believe it's bringing in ancient dragon energies and wisdom, because what I'm getting on the dragons is that they were the first life here, and they are ancient wisdom. And what was done to them was done to many of us throughout time. They were pointed at and labeled the bad guys, and you know, they had to die. So that's not true. So they are full of love and wisdom and are coming in. Everybody is connecting more to their dragons. We all have them. It's like we have angels, dragons, elementals, guides, guardians, higher self. We have a team, but we have been cut off from that team for quite a few lifetimes. You know, a very long time, probably 26,000 years. It feels like it anyway, because those that were in power needed us to be disconnected from our hearts for them to thrive, but only them, you know. So we all woke up to that, and we are waking up to that, and we know that fighting against them isn't the answer. Sending them love is the answer. You know, like, that's our only way forward. It's still, but that is the answer to everything: unconditional love.
And Valerie, I know you're very connected to dragons as well, and so you felt them all your life, right? I know I have felt them all my life. One of my favorite of Game of Thrones was Daenerys, the mother of dragons, because that's who I've always felt myself being. And Lord knows I got 3 dragons here, and when they're all barking, oh my God.
Yes, because dragons do come in many forms. The way I see them is they're very wispy energy. They change color, right? Sometimes I see them as an actual drawn out dragon, but it's mostly the wispy, and they're fast. And they can be any size, from this big to massive. And they wanna help clear the energy on Mother Earth. So what I was guided to do is ask them to protect the children, protect the animals, protect the governments. You know, I have a little scenario I do all day with them, and that's like, and I think it's just so exciting because everybody's seeing them. We're all seeing it.
When I'm sent on a mission, I feel like I am flying in open universe where there is no air, on the back of a dragon. So my spaceship must be shaped like a dragon, because that's what I feel that I'm on. That's what I sense. And I always get this magenta color with it.
That is so cool. Yeah, they would just take me out into space, and we'd go do like certain things for protection around Earth. And I was always surprised, like we didn't need anything. I don't know. Even now when we do it, I've never seen myself like in a ship, but I have seen this big, huge, like flat metal platform where we were just like throwing gold sparkly magical dust on top of Earth, and just kept covering her and covering her in this magical golden dust. It was beautiful. But we do hang out up there, and I mean, we all do these. We have these, the guides giving us direction on how to go. Yeah, we are getting dragon guides. Let's see here. Multiple dragons are called a thunder. Thank you, Linda Bishop. I couldn't think of the name.
Love that.
I do too. Lori Hunsker was born in the year of the water dragon. I've always loved dragons. That is so cool. Ooh, where did Roxy go? Aw, thank you.
Dragon energy. There was something I saw, and now I can't remember what it was. But
I know we have one question, and that, if anyone wants to have a question, we were going to read. Thank you, Linda. Willow Love said she would love a message from her guides, please.
Okay. You can do that for all means.
Yeah. And if no one wants to, we could just pull a couple cards for the collective to go how we're going to go forward in this energy. It's just an epic time. We choose, and we have power over our choices based on what our heart loves and values. It's not easy to do that because we haven't been taught that, and we've just been learning how to get back in our hearts, right?
Right.
But we're getting there. What deck do you have? She always has such good decks. Diana. Oh,
I'm getting chills. Right now on the top of my head, there is something big coming in. I feel like there's a hand on the top of my head. I am.
As you said that, I got that tingly right there.
There's like, it's like I'm looking at the sun, and there is this, you know how it blasts open when there's a solar flare coming, that there's a big one coming.
Mm-hmm. And we are right there. We're on
You're right, and it's facing right towards us. And it's showing me a kitchen window. With curtains hanging in it, and the sink is under it. All will be as it should be. It will after it is repaired. All will be as it should be after it will be repaired. Willow, does that make some sort of a sense to you?
Wow. Love it. Yeah, Willow, let us know if Dinah's message made sense to you. I really love that.
I got embrace effortless. And look, I was talking about mushrooms, right?
Yeah.
And that's a silver ear mushroom. So it's in the listening, in your clairvoyance. At the bottom of the card, be yourself.
Wow.
Be yourself.
I love that.
Isn't she adorable?
Yeah.
Oh, be yourself. But this, effortless. So this is in your clairvoyance. Open your ears. Open your ears.
How cool is that? I got Mystic Healer for you. Healing energy flows through you. Will it love? Well, when you said that about something here, and my head lit up too.
Yeah.
I felt like it was big, like for all, like the world big too.
Yeah. I wonder If Willow, if you can't claim that one, I wonder if that's got something to do with Iceland and the volcano erupting.
Oh, geez, what I do?
Well, they've had one right after another of, you know, earthquakes, like 2,000 of them last night or the night before. Must have been the night before because I didn't look last night.
Let's see.
And there was one measurable somewhere other than Iceland, because I was sitting on the couch and the whole couch just rocked. So that I get no matter where it's happened. Doesn't happen here near me in Michigan.
Oh, Willow, love, you're going to come to the end of that. I know
It does. I'm pushing through stopping a medication. Okay. Awesome, Willow.
Yeah, she's been, it's been going on for a little bit, and it does take
So I don't know what you're stopping. I'm going to assume, and if you can put it in there, it's to do with something you're taking for that. The minute that restless leg starts up, drink water, drink water, plain water. And your body is telling you you're tired. Stop and pause. If you're at work, go to the lounge and put your feet up. Take a break, because your body is exhausted and it's trying to catch up with your mind and it can't.
I love that. I love that explanation for the restless leg.
You even 5 minutes of a meditation can help you, because all of that is trying to tell you, I got something to tell you, and your body's not accepting it. It's occupied with other things.
And I do a quick one. When I'm getting really spinning out of control, I just stop, take a breath, and put my hand on my heart and just tell myself I love myself. Send out love to the world. You start doing things like that, being in gratitude for the moment, and it seems to just dissipate when I do that. But it's hard coming off of meds. I understand.
For entertainment purposes only.
Thank you. It's not easy.
Yes, Linda, this is the year of the wood dragon.
Oh, look.
Susan.
She's Klonopin for anxiety. Oh, that is so hard, because that's going to make your circulatory system.
Yeah. So stick to lots of water. Seriously, it's Mother Nature gave us one quick, easy miracle drug, and water is it.
It's true. It's true. We hope you feel better, Willow, love. Keep us updated.
And orange juice wouldn't hurt either, because orange juice is one of the quickest things to get into your bloodstream. Your body digests that really fast.
You see, Rossi's saying she's been feeling this all evening. Where'd she go? Hold on. I don't want to delete Rossi. I've been feeling that all evening, and that was when you said the pins, the energy on the top of your head.
Oh, yeah. Well, Rossi, I just read for her in the Akashic, and I could see this scarab beetle, and her reading had to do with Egypt and the time of Moses. And I'm seeing this scarab beetle, but I was seeing it like as part of the headdress of a man. And in the chat later, she said that she was wearing a scarab beetle, but I didn't talk about it when I was reading. It didn't dawn on me to say it, because they just kept showing me Babylon, and even though she was Egyptian, she understood Moses and what was supposed to happen to balance out the energies, blah blah blah, stuff like that.
I know, like, how many lifetimes have we been here doing this, and we've tried everything. All right, Susan Funes would love a message. I got discovering the truth.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see. You stand in the light of truth. That's beautiful. And then I got taking shelter. The answers are within.
That's why I'm seeing a wall. Oh, I wish
What?
Lori R were here. That's
Which what?
not Lori Hunsinger, Lori R. I
Uh-huh.
had her reading also, and this is something that a word I should have thought of. Alchemize pain. Susan, alchemize pain.
I heard you giving her that reading, and yeah, it's not easy to say to somebody.
Right. So where is your discomfort? Where is your dis-ease? Right? But I was seeing a wall, and then you pulled that second card, and the bottom rising energy is guard your nesting ground.
Mm-hmm. So,
Guard your ground. So, right? Alchemy in order to create that guardianship.
That's beautiful, because, and that's another thing, we're going to be mastering alchemy. I mean, a lot of us are already there, but this next year really is going to help us master.
Right. This card fell out. Oh,
no,
bravely go. I have to show her. It says bravely go.
Wow.
It just jumped out of the deck. So,
Susan, if you want to get us updated on if that, yeah, she's saying wow.
If that resonates.
Yeah. That's really cool. If you want to let us know anything else, Susan, if not, keep us updated. Hope everything works out well. Okay, then we got Candy Mullen. I would like a message, please. Of course.
And then I see Aaron Nugent too.
You see who?
Yeah.
Did you just say Ted Nugent?
No, Aaron.
Oh.
Aaron O. Nugent. No, I don't talk about him anymore, even though he's a Detroit boy.
Oh, yeah, no.
They don't talk about him anymore.
Yeah. I was like, what in the world's going on?
I will talk about Alice Cooper, though, because I went to grade school with Vince Fournier, and he grew up to be known as Alice Cooper. He was my 5th grade crush, man.
He was my favorite when I was a little kid. Oh, my God. He was so spooky, to everybody. So, Candy, I got miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. And I got in the flow. Everything is smooth sailing. Well, that's a nice card.
I saw this rumbling clouds, like thunder clouds starting to come in and rain coming in your direction. And it said, light the candle of grace. That's the first card that came out. So what do you do in a storm? You light a candle, right? When you're in the dark or when you're afraid, you whistle a happy tune. And then the rising energy is allow anger. Candy, what are you holding back on where you are feeling that someone has taken advantage of you, or just not owning up to something that they've done, not holding themselves accountable for something that went wrong? So it's okay. You can certainly allow yourself to be angry, and this will help you light your candle against the storm itself so that you can work through that energy and find a way to have that person figure it out on their own.
She said, oh, interesting. Great cards, and love that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And There's a lot of changes, big changes we're going to implement in this next year.
Right.
And as we are, I hear this all the time, create boundaries, strong boundaries. We all need them. We need them.
We do.
People like us usually are very forgiving and giving and kind. The boundaries will really help. Oh, a message from your dragon, Rossi, of course.
Where are my dragon cards?
I know, I got dragon cards everywhere. I just love them.
Yeah, me too. Well, you're going to put my dragon deck? Let me see.
I have a dragon tarot deck.
Okay, go for it because
you have an oracle, right? Oracles.
Is this it? Oh yeah, Diana Cooper.
Love her. Get that new deck she's got coming out. But yeah, we're really going to be aligning to our path. I keep hearing you're being aligned onto your path. You need the boundaries for structure. You need, of course, safety, security, protection, but not in the way that it's like, shields up. I mean, yeah, sometimes it's got to be like that, but mostly a nice protection. They're not strong. Like they used to be strong. They're not strong anymore. Oh. Wow, I just saw you have three dragons, Rossi. They coming in fast, or they came in fast. I just see them, they're just always around you. Ace, then we got the Ace of Pentacles.
Are you frozen? Oh no.
No, I'm sorry.
No, you weren't. You were thinking.
I was thinking, because I was like, wow, they're like working together to help you create a content life where you're comfortable, no struggle. And I think they want you to relax. Let them help you.
Yeah.
What are you getting?
Well, I love this one. Pure white dragon from Orion, right? Transform your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Process what you know. Act with truth and honesty. Let your wings of light grow and expand. Wahoo.
I love that.
And then the rising energy on that is the water dragon, which is green, which we have, that green comet coming through.
Yeah.
Well, we got so much going on in Pisces. Water dragon helps you flow easily around obstacles. Christ light and love are flowing. Develop your psychic abilities. Go with the flow. Rossi, I keep telling you, right? Develop your psychic abilities. You got them. Keep working with them, girl.
Yeah. And that's imperative. It's
good
imperative.
Reading. Good cards.
They are good cards. It's so important that we hone in our abilities.
Mm-hmm.
The more you hang out in these chats, the more you get readings, the more you give readings. Start giving them. Pick a card a day for yourself and journal it. And we can all do this. We're all psychic and we're all intuitive. There's nobody that's not. Our community is also empathic. Now, not every psychic is empathic. So you gotta really
right. And Zoe is saying she got a message about about allowing yourself to be angry and how it can be empowering and releasing. There's nothing wrong with the anger. It's how you use it, how you can turn the table. And it's what does it always come back to but language?
Yes.
How do you use that language?
How do you talk to yourself? How do you
Mm-hmm.
treat others? How?
And, right. And if it's someone else, it's okay to be angry.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be a lot to shed. I mean, dark nights of the soul and going through facing your shadow, doing your shadow work, like Diana was saying, that's not easy. It's not for the faint of heart, is what I'm hearing. So
right.
It is strength, being strong. Let it happen though. Get angry. There's a lot to be angry about here, really.
Sure. Let us think about Pluto, Hades. You know, he is the Lord of the underworld, and we always think of him as, you know, the Satan effect and the deep secrets and things that. But it's not just that.
Mm-mm.
He's a rich man. It's where the minerals are. It's where all the jewels are. So you have to. You go spelunking. You got to chip away at stuff, and anger can help you chip away at stuff, help you draw your boundaries. And Lori, I like what you said, but just a second.
I know I can't.
About Rebirth. Yeah. But first, let's read on Zoe.
Oh, good. Take channeling classes.
Oh, good for you,
huh? Zoe, I know what's going on. So, but your cards are indicating that you're struggling with yourself about moving on. Well, I should let you go first because I know it's
because this pertains to communion. Communion is what? It's about community. Mm-hmm. It's about taking part and participating with a group and a function, right?
Zoe.
Yeah. And then what is on the bottom? Which I love this. Take your monster to tea.
Anytime you get mad,
anytime you get mad, take him to tea, because what dispels the anger more than honesty? It is actually owning up to your own feelings. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's okay to have them. Still, the rule is do ye no harm, but that so mote it be, you can have them. Absolutely. Love that. I like the cards I got for her.
I love it. And I know that you're, weighing options, basically, the cards you got here. And you're trying to decide on your next best step. Well, Diana got communion with it. Go with that, a community.
Right. It's participation. Yeah. Communion, receiving communion. It was about the communal experience of eating the bread and wine. That's how the church looks at it. But it's so much more than that. It's not just a religious thing. It is involvement with others, the participation you share with others.
Like-minded others.
Yes.
It's important to be somewhere where you are accepted for you who you are, and you accept others for who they are. Right. Now, you are about to disrupt your life. This is on the bottom. It's the tower. Don't be afraid of it. That's right. Because you're going to have huge changes going forward. But with the tower, you got the Ace of Wands. You can create anything your heart desires.
Wow.
There's nothing to be afraid of. It's just change is scary AF. It really is. It's not easy to go into a whole entirely new life with entirely new daily things that you do every day and places and people you see. But you're never going to know unless you give it a try.
Right. And And what Lori said about the word reverence, it's revere yourself as you would anything else, right?
We're sorry. Oh, wait up here. Hi, Maya. I'm used to the tower. It's okay. Oh, Zoe. Zoe's a Scorpio, so she understands the intensity of deep emotions, but she is a beautiful soul, having going on a new life adventure, and it's gonna be epic, I think. I greatly appreciate any words from my guides, guardians. Hi, Aaron. Aaron, I feel like you need an adventure. That's what I just got. You need to go and explore. Okay. And I know where you live. So it was the crystals. And I know we talked about it, like the mind. This is really important. For some reason, this keeps coming up. As that eclipse on the 8th goes over all the states it's going to go over. In Arkansas, there is, the crystal, largest clear quartz crystal.
Underground caverns, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to be like supercharged. And anyone there well, even those who aren't awake or aware or connected to their heart are going to get like a big infusion of massive energy. But those that are already connected to their heart and are on this path, whatever that is, being the love you are, is going to really set you. It's so powerful. I just see people being supercharged, like turbocharged. Does that make sense? Let me poke it for.
Well, it does to me.
Yeah, see, look at that.
I can go.
Go ahead.
So we've got beginnings. Goes right along with new beginnings, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what is it you're thinking about starting afresh, starting anew? We have a new season. We have a new year. We look at Aries as the beginning of the astrological year because it's the first sign of the zodiac. So this is our do-over for a new year. This time we start in the season of spring. So it's a new beginning. Oh, I love how he's got a little egg on his back. It's cracking open, right?
That's symbolizing the equinox, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then I have to show this because it was the card underneath it. It's communion again. And because the card on the rising energy is about guarding your nest. And look, she's sitting on eggs again. So who you invite into your closest circle of friends. So setting your proper boundaries in this new beginning, new season, so that anyone that you let close to you is not going to harm your new eggs and your ideas.
I love that for you, Aaron. Oh my goodness. And I got temperance. Bring in the balance. You can, I think a lot of us, and I'm just going to use Zoe as another example, myself as an example. We want to go explore this new world, but we're used to the comfort and the safety and security of this world. But it doesn't mean we have to give up any of that. It really doesn't. We are safe and secure once we say we're safe and secure, no matter where we're at. So you got, lost you for a second.
Yes, Lori, I saw that also about this.
What happened?
This big crystal that was moved to Arkansas. And Zoe, she's used to the tower. Hi, Ron. Aaron's going to go digging. So there's your little eggs. Don't forget your chisel. You'll be getting crystals.
Trying to go crystal digging in Mount Ida by next Friday. Oh my gosh.
Spelunking.
Aaron, there's something there for you. It's just an infusion of those energies that are going to just set you up for a new way forward. I don't know. Oh, please keep me updated. I would love to see that. And you know that the eclipse is going through there. You matter, or anybody there matters around that. Well, on the whole line of the eclipse, but especially there where that quartz crystal.
Hi, Ginny says she's late to the party.
Really?
I love that she's going digging. I have a really nice, what they call the Stairway to Buddha quartz crystal that came out of Arkansas. A friend of mine, we had gone down there to go spelunking. Actually, that's where she grew up. So she went home, and while at home, you do what your brothers do. You go spelunking.
Yeah, I mean, it's so cool. And Laura, yeah, epic energies are coming. I mean, the crystals are going to turn up the frequency, is what I'm being shown. I don't know how to really explain it all in scientifically, but I see that turns up the frequency for humanity. Now, of course, this is happening in the United States. There's going to be it's going to be significant for us going forward to have this higher frequency.
The totality.
Yeah. And it's just, wow. Oh, look what she wrote here. Okay, let me get better at this thing. I keep hearing embrace reverence, the verb definition. Very cool. I feel like I left, Chris Darby. She's up here. I left her up there because she would like a card. And then I think we have one other after that. Jenny. Randy just drove to Arkansas. Now, I gave Randy a reading the other day, and she was going where to go next. And I'm hearing everybody needs to get into
Arkansas. Around.
And she got there. Oh my God, that is so cool, Randy. It's powerful for you. It's powerful because she's working with her dragons too, but she's driving across around the country, hitting the ley lines, hitting the dragon lines, right? So this is just epic. Keep me updated, please, Randy. Oh my goodness. Where did Chris go? Chris Darby. I got discovering the truth. Let's see what that's about. You stand in the light of truth. I see you glowing, like you are, like illuminated. And then I got fellow travelers. You have support all around you.
That's funny you say that because I was getting a rowboat. Like she was in a rowboat on a lake.
And that was the picture of that. There was a boat.
No.
Yes. Fellow travelers. I'm going to find it. I just had it because I was like, what? She just had a boat. Yes. So a boat on the lake, and as being safe and secure. Is that what you were getting, Diana?
Well, it was definitely calm, and it was beyond dusk, but it's not pitch black yet. And there was a beautiful crescent moon in the sky, and you could see all the stars because there wasn't much light pollution. And the card from the top of the deck says, listen to the music of your soul.
Oh,
Right?
is that Green Man?
Yeah, he's a little bit on the greenish side. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
And, you know, Pan and his flute and right?
And it goes good with the
and the rising energy is bury your dead. So what is haunting you that you can let go on such a peaceful, still night when the crescent moon is there to help you?
And I get that it is something
that she has to let go of.
A belief.
Will take her into those calmer waters.
Yeah. It's a belief. And that's something that we're all going to be facing this year. This is part of the shadow work. There's a lot of beliefs that aren't healthy for us.
Exactly.
And we just automatically believe that because I forgot that I can't find this book. Because, you know, we don't even know that there's something wrong with our beliefs until we come to that impasse, right? That.
Yes.
Oh, where in the world that card went to? I know there was a boat on there. Anyway, I'm sorry. I started shuffling. All right. And are we finished with Chris?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see.
Lori said that the new frequencies are going to help us with the requests from Novani. We are going to increase the energies of truth and democracy for the whole world with these energies. Absolutely so. Absolutely.
That's what we're here for, to bring freedom back.
Yep. Yep.
And people like him should never be compromised because of people like that compromised him.
Yeah.
I don't even like to talk about him.
Well, and his wife, Yulia, is going to carry on. Yulia.
Absolutely, she is. And she's not intimidating.
And his daughter as well. And his daughter as well.
I'm hoping that gets the people in Russia to stand up against their enslavement.
Chris adds to this here. She's been feeling stepped up energy from her personal crystals and crystals in general, and they're very active right now. Yes, they are. This is the equinox, so you can expect that the ley lines, which are already straightening out and getting wider and not shrinking and not curling back up like they always do. And this is the equinox, and so of course this is a time when the ley lines are very wide, and that activates all of the crystals. It activates the crystalline energies that is in water. It activates the crystalline energies that are within us as well.
I mean, we're crystalline. And that's another thing that we need to bring up, Diana. We're going from Homo sapien to Homo luminous. That's crystalline energy.
Rough spots. Okay.
What happened?
Well, it just so happened I pulled a card before I even read the question, and this applies. So remember the bones. All right. Laughter heals. You've got a few cards here that really can apply to that. So first off, it says, remember the wooby. So those rough spots that you were through, like, I still have my teddy bear.
That's adorable.
Claudette is her name, and I still have her. And so this is Remember the Wooby. What was your sucky when you were little? You know, don't be afraid to coddle yourself a little bit. We all need that. We all have an inner child.
Whoa.
And then the next card was take your monster to tea.
Jeez.
But have your Wooby with you.
Yes. Bring
Because,
her.
right? Because when you do that,
Bring
you
your protector.
will be retracing the steps that got you to those rough spots to begin with. That can help you recognize them before they happen the next time so that you're prepared for them. Sometimes we can't stop a thing from happening, but we can be better prepared for it. And we have some green energy going on there as well, right? And then the next one was remember the bones. So what is at your own heart in these things is remembering how you got there in the first place, retracing your steps, is putting all of that back together. It's like a jigsaw puzzle, right? And then the rising energy was laughter heals. So that really, yeah.
She's a beautiful soul. And fun needs to, and that's another thing, right? As we're doing this shadow work, we have to embrace the joy and the fun of life. If we need our wooby or a teddy bear or whatever it is, do it. We will be releasing and embracing, and it's just going to be part of it's part of life anyway, but this year especially is going to be.
Yeah, for sure.
I lost Maya. How did I lose Maya?
Hollow bones, Rossi. Yes, hollow bones. Hollow bone is a Lakota word for shaman. And our hollow bones,
bunch of shamans here,
holds all of the energy of the all. Who am?
I mean, really, we're all coming into that, right? We are shamans, we are healers, we're love workers, light workers, energy workers, and it's emerging, right? We're becoming who we are. I love that. All right, Maya, I have cleansing waters. Purification activates vibrant life force. And I got really thirsty for some crisp, clean water. Like Dinah was talking about a little bit ago. Fresh water. Or taking a bath. And then I got watching the clouds. So you're being guided just to chill out, hydrate, lie back, rest, and relax. Watch the clouds.
Aha. So that, I hope that resonates, Maya. I hope I said your name right. Maya or Maya?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's it. You were reading for Maya. My bad.
Yeah.
I made a mistake. I thought we were still okay. I was wondering.
Oh no. I was reading for Maya.
Got you. Cool. So that does still pertains. We're all gonna be cuddling each other, and we have each other. Get together once or twice a week, or a few times. And Diana's on shows all the time, so.
Well, there's no dream show tonight. There's no dream apparitions and sightings tonight.
Oh my God, yeah, Rossi, I do too.
The grid work we do at night. Rossi, do you see what I see? When I wake up in the morning, I see a grid on the ceiling. Either it is equal squares that are approximately 2 inches square, or honeycomb. When I have been out on a mission, it's honeycomb. When my tall whites have been, and my other guides have been healing me, it's squares.
Mm.
And I sometimes do catch the light code blinking in those squares and in the honeycomb.
That's pretty cool. I see similar things. You want to do a card for the collective?
Yes, certainly.
Oh my God, this card jumped out. It says Voyage of the Heart. Love flows through you and to you. Oh,
Nice. Oh,
yeah.
I had two jump out. What does it
Wow.
say?
What does it say?
So this is funny because mind that monkey. Don't let your monkey mind, you know, keep you in a place of suppression.
And the monkey mind is really active.
And it's really good at doing that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And with this Pisces, tail end of this Pisces season, beware of the happy toxins, which could be just allowing this, because the monkey mind, you know, squirrel, monkey mind can certainly be toxic. And the rising energy with the bottom card is guarding the nest.
Love it.
So that really goes well with mind the monkey and the toxins, the happy toxins. I'm not saying a little nip of gin every now and then, you know. This is Topper Valley's PTEA.
Okay, so I got one last one. It was crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing.
Awesome.
So basically, voyage of the heart, love flows through you and to you. And as we cross this bridge is significant. Like, it's reminding me of the next year ahead. But as we do that, we can enjoy life. We can do the things that we love and enjoy each other like we do now.
Yep, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I think y'all are just so beautiful. Thank you for being here.
Yes. Let all your dragons have rainbows.
I love it. I was told about 5 or 6 days ago to look out for the rainbows, and whoever is showing them or whoever they're for, it's very powerful right now if you see rainbows. And she just brought Diana brought a rainbow.
It just happened to be the bottom card.
Oh man, I love it. All right, y'all. We love you, and we will see you. Let's see. Next time we'll be on is the full moon on the 25th.
On the 25th, the lunar eclipse.
And we will be back and hang out. We love you. Be safe out there. See you soon.
Namaste.